Lali-ho everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy V. So when we last left off, we had just rescued Hiryu, our dragon friend, and now we have a way of getting to Walse Castle. One moment, the volume's a little loud in my ear. Can I? Oh, that's the wrong way. There we go. Now I don't have the music blaring in my ears. So this going south from hold on, let me actually, if you decide to go here, if you're playing the game and you don't want to do all the side quest stuff that I did, this is where we got here you at North Mountain. It's literally directly north of Walse. So land here, and welcome to Walse. Long live King Walse uses the power of the water crystal to help us all. The Tower of Walse is to the north, that's where we get all of our water. Okay. And if you come in here, this is a weapon shop, of course, and we got a battle axe, a long sword, a dagger. Battle axe, huh? I don't think we have anything that can use the battle axe. Axe made for combat. It's called battle axe for a reason. Anyway. And we have an armor shop, if I can stop dashing missing doorways. Iron shield, iron helm, iron armor. Kenpo gi, that's actually good. So let's get 2 of those and go ahead and equip them. They actually boost strength, so they're really good for physical jobs that are, it's light armor or medium armor. Very good for physical jobs. Is it true Tycoon's crystal shattered? Gracious me, what's happening to the world these days? The tower is kept in the Tower of Walse. Or, the crystal is kept in the Tower of Walse, oh my lord. And this is the inn, no one's in here to talk to. Is that a letter? Okay, no, it's just a desk, okay. And item shop, what have you got to sell? Let's actually go ahead and buy a few of our status healing items. Especially Maiden's Kisses, but we will get mallets. And I always like to have a few of each on me. I may have demonstrated this in other Final Fantasy games. And we'll buy some extra potions for healing outside of battle. We got tents, we got Phoenix Downs. Okay, anything we can sell? We probably don't need leather armor anymore. Leather caps are still being used. Might not need the knife. I'll go ahead and sell the knife because we've got the dagger, so. Regular staffs we don't need anymore. I may hang on to the regular wand in case I need another mage. I don't think I will. Flame scroll, there's nothing I can do with that right now, but we will hang on to it. And the bronze shield, I'll keep the bronze shield in case I switch classes mid-area. Alright. And over here we have... This is Grula. It lives in the forest near the tower. But Grula's shy, so don't tease it, okay? Okay. Thanks to the crystal, the water here is the cleanest you're likely to find. Monsters don't come around either. And in here we have a magic shop. For magic we can't use. This is time magic, and this is summoning magic. We can't use it right now, but I haven't got anything else to spend the money on, so I'm gonna go ahead and buy it all. Thank you, bye. Alright, so that's the town of Walse. So they kept mentioning the Tower of Walse is where the crystal is, so why don't we go take a little gander at that real quick. So it's to the north, so if we follow the road, well, I mean, loosely follow the road. Hey, here's the Tower of Walse. Alright, so now we know where we're headed, right? Now the guards are here. You cannot enter without King Walse's permission. And who might you meet? Go on, get out of here. Okay, so we can't enter the Tower of Walse. Probably, yeah, you probably saw that coming, but I just want to confirm, yeah, no, you can't go in. Anyway, I'm gonna do a quick save here. There's a reason for that. It has nothing to do with anything important. It has to do with breaking things, actually. So, welcome to Castle Walse. They both say that. I heard there's a room full of fabulous treasures beneath the castle, but steal any of them and there'll be a special room for you beneath the castle. And by that I mean jail. With the water's protection, Walse is undefeatable. Okay. Well, we can go up there and talk to the king, but we're gonna wait for that. The waters here are purified by the crystal. They flow from the crystal tower to the north. Listen up. If you ever run into a monster called Jackanapes, you're up a creek. Keep that in mind. Run! Tried it all. These texts aren't sufficient for my research on the crystal. Actually, just thinking of, I have Scram equipped, don't I? I do. That would be very helpful. Far to the west is the Library of the Ancients. With access to their collection, I can research anything. Shiva was sealed away by the crystal's pure water. But don't take my word for it. Look for yourself. It's written right here in this book. What book? Look, is it this book? No. Okay. I was hoping there was a book that talked about it to corroborate his evidence. Alright. Let's go down here. Storehouse. Legend has it the ice goddess Shiva was sealed away somewhere in the palace. Maybe that's why the halls are so cold. Oh hey. Oh, nice. Money. Anything is down. Anything? Nope. Okay. Oh. Okay. Alright. Way we go. The jail below is full of deprived lowlives. It's better not to interact with them at all. You know what? He's got a point. There is only one character here that you can interact with in a way that would change anything, and it's not for the better. So we're just gonna leave him alone. But if you hit this button, the wall opens up. Well, where does that go? Oh, should I do this now? This is the right way, right? Well, that's not the right way, but it's this way, isn't it? Oh, no, okay, this isn't the right way. I don't remember why that's there. But oh no, it's this way, isn't it? Okay. This room. I'm actually gonna quick save here. I don't like quick saving outside of the save points, but this is very important. This floor has a monster on it. This is Jackanapes, so I'm gonna pause the game real quick. Or I'll use that to. Oh, that was Chakra. Okay, I'll use this to pause. So, Jackanapes. First off, at this point in the game, you're not fighting this guy. And even if you do manage to hit him, he responds by berserking your entire team. Yeah, no, we're not. The only thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to use Protect, and I'm gonna use Scram. Yeah, Scram instantly escapes. You don't have to try to fight. It's hard to run from him because of his level. So we're actually gonna keep Lina dead. I'm not gonna quick save abuse. You can just kind of quick save and make your way through here. I'm gonna only keep the quick save at the stairs and do this for the legit. The only reason I quick save at the stairs is to not have to run back down here this whole every time and loot all the treasures. But there are. The basic idea is that I have to scram as soon as I get a chance. Ferris is very, very important being thief right now. Elven Mantle. Okay, so to help with this, we're going to equip the Elven Mantle to Ferris. What it does is it increases your magic defense, your agility and magic, but it also sometimes evades physical attacks. This is one of the best early game accessories, especially for anyone who is in the front row. And that will be very helpful. I'm not going to revive them just yet. I want to try to... Oh, Lord, here's another one. Okay, it hit Galoff. And scram. I don't know. I don't think I can make it another, you know, several, like, 20, 30 steps without running into another Jackanapes. Speed, that's a time magic. I am actually going to go ahead and expend my Phoenix Downs. Revive them. I don't need to heal them. They're going to die. Again. But we are going to revive them to give us some more chances to get out of here. And 2,000 gil. So this is... Okay, I knew I was going to run into another one. Here's hoping that Scram works. Well, Scram is not going to fail, but that Jackanapes doesn't hit Ferris first. And we're out. Okay, so I did that legit with Thief. Now, if you do it without Thief, that becomes a whole other ball game, because then you have to hold L and R and wait for the game to let you retreat, and sometimes it just doesn't. It just doesn't. So we're gonna retreat the castle, and we're gonna go to the inn. Well, actually, I'm gonna save myself some money because I have to replenish those Phoenix Downs. We're just gonna fly over to the Wind Shrine real quick because I am going to be a miser with my gil. Now, of course, you can just go to the inn and heal, but I mean, this is only a little bit further than what I would have been for healing, especially in this version of the game. The Pixel Remaster is fantastic for speed. Like, it has not just the quick battle thing where you can set your commands if you want them to repeat and just let it go, but just overall the fact you can move diagonal, which you cannot do in any of the other versions. The fact that you can sprint at all times, which is in some of the versions, but the sprinting is faster in this version. So, and plus I think I have a faster sprint because I have a Thief, which makes it even faster. It's harder to control. Thief gets the ability to sprint outside of battle. It's a passive. I wonder, does Ferris already know it? Yeah, see, so this is a passive. Move faster when running on the map. So, yeah, Ferris makes it even faster right now because Ferris is a Thief. So, I think we've explored everything but the one passage I don't want to go out right now. And the reason is that I'm not ready for what's up there. So, I'm gonna show you. Maybe we can do it. Maybe we can do it. I'm actually gonna try. You know what? Let's do it. So, I've convinced myself that I'm going to try this. The water tower. Now, of course, if this does, I'm only going to give this one shot. Unless I just absolutely flub something up. Now, this part's nothing. These guys are easy. This is just enemies weak against fire for the most part. I think the toads are actually weak to lightning, but yeah, the ice soldier's weak to fire. The toads are weak to lightning. You still have the flail eclipse, so you should be able to attack. I don't think they have anything important to steal. It's just some... The only thing about the elf toads is they have the ability to do frog song, so they can toad your team. That's why the maiden's kisses are important if you plan to do this. So we just got this loop. Technically loops a couple times. I also outran the entrance. Yeah, wait, they may actually be weak to ice as well. They're amphibians, so wouldn't surprise me. So we'll attack. Probably did not kick again. Yeah, we didn't. Okay. Alright. Now you may notice that little green ball in the middle. Anyone who watched Final Fantasy 2/4 will recognize that as the summoning orbs from Rydia, whenever Rydia would cast summoning magic. Ah, Elven Mantle trigger, that's what that was about. Raising up the mantle and then the 0 damage. Yeah. So that's the special animation that tells you that the Elven Mantle protected you. Alright, so... Stop right here. I'm actually going to use potions, please. Let me get the items to heal everybody, because I want Galoff's MP. We are a proper level. Level, what is it, 10? Yeah, level 10. We're a reasonable level to try this. So, I'm not gonna quick save here because I don't. If I have to go back to the bottom of the tower, that's fine. There's a quick way out actually. I could quick save here. You know what? Let's quick save here. I thought about that. There's an exit at the bottom of the tower down there. So I am Shiva, the goddess of ice. If you would command me, first you must prove your worth. Alright, Ice Commander and Shiva. So, the Ice Commanders are just kind of there as a wall, but Shiva casts Ice 2/Blizzara on your whole team, but she does so by targeting front row, back row, front row, back row. So, there's two ways you can do this. You can either try to kill Shiva really quickly and then work on the Ice Commanders afterwards, or you can work on the Ice Commanders to take down how many times you're getting hit per turn. And that's the method I like to do. So we're going to have Lena and Ferris single target, and I'm going to kick everybody. Because that's like one monk punch against everybody, so that's actually very good damage. The problem is whenever the Ice Commanders hit the same person that's going to. Okay, Lena's alive. Okay, that may be actually just enough to control. Okay, up and down controls that. Left and right apparently only really control. Yeah. Anyway. Okay, that's one down. Okay, looks like the top one got hit, but the bottom one didn't. So let's focus the top one. Please stop hitting. Crap. That is not good. I have to get Lena up because otherwise Galoff is going to get hit with the full force of the next ice. This is a bit early because I don't have access to better healing. Or something that would help with trying to damage out. Oh god, they both died. That is also not good. Alright. Galoff up. Chopper to heal yourself. How much does that do? Oh, that's 128. That's actually really good. Oh, Ferris is dead. Ferris is gonna die. That's actually good. Thank you for the counter. And there goes Ferris. This is what I mean by this is early for this. There are ways of making this a lot easier, but there are ways of making this easier still as well. Okay, party was defeated. Alright, I could try that again, but yeah, start from recent save data, that's fine. Is there anything I can do to make that easier? I could try going for Shiva, but Shiva's in the back row, so it's really hard for physical jobs to get to her. Maybe what I do is have Bart's focus as well. So we'll try this one more time with focus targeting. Do the other way around where I have Lena use AoE and then, oh my god, they all hit Lena. Alright, have Lena use AoE and then have everyone else focus. She doesn't do as much AoE damage, but Bart's is going to do probably more single target damage than she did. And I'm fairly certain that Shiva is immune to silence. I can try it, but I need Galoff's turns for healing. Oh, come on. Ferris has 1 HP. Didn't die. Should die from that, though. Yep, there we go. Okay. Okay. Thank you for countering. Ooh, that was a critical, too. Well, I know who my next target is. And Ferris is down. Oh, that's not good. But really, the only chance I have is killing Shiva now. But I think Shiva has more, yeah, has too much HP for that. Okay. And you'll see just how strong one single target Blizzara is. Oh no, actually, really? Maybe because, well, I mean, if I followed up with it. Okay, I don't know, they may have changed that in the Pixel Remaster. In the original, that would have done like 200 damage. Interesting. They may make it split damage because they still target everybody. But yeah, so when you come out there, you just fall up the tower. Alright, that's the only other thing I can do. I can't do it right in this moment. We will come back to that. I will show you the, not the easiest way of doing it, because there is an even easier way to do it if you wait longer, but I will show the normally easy way to do it. The way I normally end up doing it myself. Princess Lali, this is certainly a pleasant surprise.
King Walse, you look well. I come with a request. Please stop amplifying the power of the water crystal.
You must be joking. I could never do that. The crystal's power allows my people to live in comfort.
King Walse, if left as it is, the crystal will shatter.
I have heard about the incident with the wind crystal. However, there is no evidence to suggest the same thing will happen to the water crystal. Furthermore, I am certain that the people would be opposed to ceasing the crystal's amplification. Look, we don't have time to be arguing over the... That was probably this, but... Holy moly, what's going on? This looks familiar. It's an emergency! Meteorite fell near the Tower of Walse! What? There's no time to lose. Assemble the guard! To the tower at once! Yes, sire! I may have changed his voice between cutscenes. Oh well. Pardon this interruption. I believe you understand the severity of the situation. We'll continue this later. Move out! And panic music's gone. Okay, that was silly. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Perpetual sinus issues suck. Anyway. So now something has happened up here. There's the meteorite that fell. You can actually examine the meteorite. You gotta come up to it here. Yeah, it's a meteorite. It's red on the bottom. That's about it. Oh, hey, Gorilla. You good? You still good? Can I steal from you? Oh, you have something. Hold up, really? Ah, Maiden's Kiss. Haha, that's hilarious. I don't know why that's funny to me. Well, I do know that's funny. It's like something gave it a kiss, I took it. Oh. Garula suddenly went berserk and stormed into the tower. Garula? But I just saw Garula. The king went after it. Some soldier I've never seen before went in too. Garula took us by surprise. It's never tried to attack anyone before. Alright, so we have the same elf toads and what are they called? The ice soldier. I was not reading the thing. I was trying to think in my head, and no, it wasn't working. Anyway, that poor guy is gonna get a fire all by himself. But yeah, ice soldier, elf toads, and there are a couple of new enemies in here too that were not in the tower where Shiva was, but there's a lot of water. A lot of water.
gruesome stairs. Please, save the crystal.
You may also notice there's a little vine here. We can climb those. Not all of them, but this one in particular. And Silk Robe. And we're going to put it on Galuf. Higher defense. I know it doesn't have a really special effect or anything that I'm aware of, but fire defense. And we fall. I think that falling animation's actually slower in this version, which is really silly. Pass de Soul. I forget what this one's called in the PlayStation version offhand, but it's something of something Soul, I think. Makes it sound more awesome than it actually is. It is an annoying enemy if you're not leveled enough where you have some good damage. And Maiden's Kiss in the box. It's basically because there's toad enemies here. We're not even going to bother healing. We're just going to quick save. Keep going. Nothing special on this floor. Just go forward. And this is a loop. And we have Wyverns. This is one that has one of the stupidest names I've ever seen in a video game. And I don't mean Wyvern. Wyvern's cool. That's fine. That's what they are. But what the PlayStation version decided to call them is the dumbest thing I have ever seen in a video game. I forgot where they were, so I've actually surpassed my practice file, sadly. So I haven't actually practiced this at the moment. Mostly because I was waiting to see if anyone... I'm recording this before the second episode has been not really published, because I published it like a few minutes ago. But, yeah, I was waiting to get a reply for if anyone wants to. But now that I know those guys are here, I've got to when I get done with this, get my file up to this. That's hilarious. But yeah, I'll go ahead and say what they're called. They're called Y-Burn, as in the letter Y, space, burn. And it's like, why? Why burn? Because they can, I guess? I don't know. But they're wyverns, not dragons. They don't have fire breath. Or maybe they do have fire breath, and I'm just not aware of it. Generally speaking, though, if I'm not mistaken, wyverns don't usually have fire breath. They usually are just faster. I think that's the difference. Well, one of the differences is the wings thing as well. Depending on origin, dragons have different styles, different wings. Wyverns are generally the style of dragon that are like bat wing. Oh god, you're dead. Get up. That's what I get for not healing. I've been so focused and mindlessly babbling that Bart's died. See, that's what these guys are good for. They actually have a fair amount of HP, they have a high attack power, but they don't do anything special outside of that. Two of them is dangerous. I probably should have been focused a lot more on survival, with there being two of them. Actually, let's use potions, because potions aren't very good in battle. Not at the point we're at, especially not with Bart's. I mean, look at how many potions he had to drink. He's gonna have a drinking habit. Addicted to potions. Okay, so before we go any further, I'm gonna do one quick little thing. One, I am going to change Ferris's job to Freelancer. Back to normal. And ability doesn't really matter, but I'm just gonna equip Scram because it's what we have. So, I tried to equip the Assura, I don't want the Assura, I want the Whip. And because Ferris is using the Whip, I can also move Ferris to the back row because the Whip is a ranged weapon. Alright, so this is how I like to do this fight. They're controlling you, aren't they? Well, I won't let you destroy the crystal. You didn't have much of a choice there. Whoa, here it comes. Times 2. This is Garula, the actual fight against Garula. Garula has a high attack power, Garula has a counter attack, and it has a double hit. I think its counter attack is a double hit. But anyway, there's a special effect on the whip that makes this a lot easier. Unfortunately, it did not trigger, so we're going to very cautiously attack. Now, the counter only happens at half HP, I think. But Protect is going to be very valuable, so we're going to actually cast Protect. Because Garula only uses physical. There's no special to its attack. And it's still not triggering. Now, it doesn't counter magic, I don't think. Or it may actually counter damage, period. But I actually don't remember. It's been a while since I did this fight. But we are going to buff up. Hope that the whip triggers. The whip still hasn't triggered. That's fine. Okay, that was its attack, so we should still be good. Okay, that's a counter. Alright. Yep, that was a counter because it attacked twice. Okay. And it countered both of Monk's punches, plus Rush. Rush is an attack that causes HP leak. It's the actual status effect name that I'm aware of. Still no fit trigger from the whip. Okay. They may have changed that in the Pixel Remaster, what the whip does. It also could just be I'm getting unlucky. So, we're going to have Bart's Chakra. Okay, it is damage because it's still in the rush. Okay. I don't think Chakra cures HP leak, but it might. It does not. Okay. Now see, Bart's countering is not going to cause, can't counter a counter. So, okay, it's dead. So, since it didn't trigger, I'll just say what the whip does. The reason I switched to the whip is because the whip has a chance of paralyzing. And if you paralyze an enemy, their counterattacks no longer work. So the idea is you paralyze and then blow it away. But I'm also kind of over-leveled, so I may have done a little bit too much grinding. The game is designed where you technically don't have to do much grinding at all. The crystal. Well, you don't have to do much grinding at all if you want to beat the game normally. The end game's a bit rough, but it's more about there's low level runs for a reason. You can beat the game at like level 3 or 4 because the bosses don't give you XP. It's almost like they intended it. Really, it feels like they intended it. We're too late. Ugh. Of course, granted, those are very specific strategies, but they work. It's the sad part. Lord Galoff. Me? You know who I am? I'm gonna try to work on Galoff's voice and reach into my southern roots. Lord Galoff, I couldn't protect it. Forgive me. Hey, stay with me, man. Please, tell me who I am. Protect the fire crystal. Ugh. Ferris's voice is still gonna hurt me, though. But here I am interrupting what is supposed to be a very, sad scene because we didn't get to finish it. And the crystal doesn't even have enough power to come to us like the wind crystal did. So, the crystal fragments are glowing. Are they going to grab us power too? So we have to go around and collect them. And we get Time Mage. And we get Mystic Knight. One of my favorites. And we get Berserker. I like Berserker, but oof. We get Red Mage. Yes. Love Red Mage. And we get Summoner. Uh-oh. What's going on? The tower. It's sinking. Uh-oh. Now, originally, the game would spawn you right here, or right here, because it's like, oh, the last crystal shard. Well, we have to abandon it, so bye! But sadly, I don't think we made it. There was not enough time for us to make it out through there. Oh no! Ah! Sinudra! Sinudra, you're alive! Uh-oh. No. Oh my lord, we survived. It's all thanks to Sildra. And then everyone collapses from exhaustion. Sildra!
Sildra, you used the last of your strength to save us.
What are you saying, Sildra? You can't die! I won't let you!
Sildra, thank you.
Sildra. And now that we're all very sad, let's keep going. So, yeah, that scene gets me every time. I'm sorry. Sildra's sacrifice to save us is just. So now we have new jobs. I do want to go ahead and swap around some of the jobs here. So Lena, if I'm not mistaken, let me hold up a moment. I actually forgot to open this before I got started. Oh, why did I forget to open this before I got started? I have a text file with all of my planned jobs, and I forgot to open it up because my computer restarted, and so it closed. And I had it up before. I've had it up in the background for like days, studying it and trying to remember, and of course I'd forget. Okay. So yeah, looking at this. Okay. So we have some fun stuff. So Monk did. Well, I'll have to look and see what I've learned from Monk. But Light Mage is where basically as high as I need it right now. So we're gonna go Red Mage with Lena. We are going to equip our Black Magic. So we have both Red Magic and Black Magic. And optimal equipment, yeah, that's fine because you're staying in the background. All right. So Bartz, what all do you have for Monk? Do you have counter yet? No. So why don't we do this? This is going to be interesting. So we're going to equip, or we're going to turn Bartz into Berserker, actually. So Berserker, because I wanted to do something different, and so I'm going to have him be a barehanded Berserker. So we're going to remove that dagger. Attack drops to 3. Well, barehanded will actually increase his attack, so we're fine. So yeah, Bartz is going to be Berserker. This is going to be fun because I've not like seriously used Berserker before. Thief, I can take Thief to get Steel, but honestly, it was more of it was for Scram or Flee, as it's been known as well. But we're going Mystic Knight with Ferris, and we're going to go ahead and equip Scram for the sole purpose of having a instant run button. Now, Mystic Knight is interesting. Mystic Knight has not appeared in other games. Well, okay, it's appeared in one other game, but it was different. In this game, it's basically becomes part of Final Fantasy XI's Red Mage. Its whole thing is enchanting its weapons. So, any spell you know that it can enchant with, it's in Fire, in Blizzard, in Thunder, in Silence, and in Sleep. So yeah, any Black Magic, White Magic, you know, anything that's available for it that you've learned, it can enchant its blades with. So you spend one turn enchanting your weapon, and then you can use that elemental damage against any enemy you're fighting. The downside is, again, in normal fights, it's a little slower, but in boss fights, it's awesome. So, and now the king is up here. He's recovering. He survived. Princess Lila, now that you found your Windrake, perhaps you should return to Tycoon. Already did that. Appreciate if you do this king access. Well, what does the king want?
Princess, you were completely right. King Walse, you mustn't strain yourself. We must hurry to Karnak. Their fire crystal is being amplified with a machine son of ours. It seems that meteorite has fallen outside Karnak as well. There's no time to lose.
Yeah, it seems like those meteorites are like foretelling of crystal shattering. And actually, the Karnak meteorite fell a long time ago, so are we even sure the fire crystal's still there? I mean, because we could see the Karnak meteor from Tool on the world map. Whenever that guy said that meteors are falling, I guess they're in season. Yeah, no, that was why. But the problem is this. We can't get to Karnak. The Karnak is beyond the mountain range, and our flying dragon buddy can't get there. See? That's the Karnak meteorite over there. Karnak is on that side of the world. So the only thing we have to do, just to, I guess, since we're talking about meteorites, then I'm assuming that's what you're supposed to do, figure out. Anyway, let's go see the meteorite. Oh, by the way, in case you're wondering why I planted Hiryu over here whenever I went to the Tower of Walse, I don't think the glitch exists in Pixel Remaster, but it did exist in older versions. At least the Super Nintendo version. The Japanese only. You can lose Hiryu permanently if you parked it next to the tower. When the tower sinks, Hiryu would still be on that part of the map, so you wouldn't be able to access your dragon friend anymore. I don't know how often that glitch happened, but it was bad. So I just got in practice to prevent that from ever happening. I just parked it right in front of the meteor. So yeah, there's a hole in the meteor now. Don't know where this hole came from, but yeah. So there's even a little cave in here. And a glowy thing. What this glowy thing is. Well, we're gone now. Bart's! Excuse me.
Did he just warp?
We won't know unless we try. Or until we try. And she's gone now.
This place feels so familiar. And a soldier in a tower knew me. Who am I?
Well, whoever you are, you're apparently Lord Galoff. Wait a minute. There's one less stone in that thing than there was earlier. Huh. Interesting. Remember when we passed that last episode and I pointed it out because they were funny looking rocks? There were 3 of them. Well, we saw 2 on the bottom at least. And now there's only 1 on the bottom. I'm assuming that they're not just moving. I mean, they could just be moving. It could be that they moved from the bottom right to the top left, or maybe they're moving counterclockwise or clockwise. Anyway, Wild Nax. We will become intimately familiar with these. But so Bart's took his turn on his own. That is the power of Berserker. Berserker just auto battles. And this is Spellblade. I'll go ahead and cast it. So yeah, Ferris has enchanted her sword with fire, and now any attack she does with her weapon will be fire elemental. These things aren't very impressed by the fire or by the ice. Also, Barehanded Berserker is way better than I expected it to be. Wow. Oh, and that's okay, now he turns red. So Berserk turned your character bright red, and I was wondering why he wasn't red, but apparently it didn't realize he was under that status effect until after the battle was done. But yeah, Berserk is a status effect, and you can inflict it without Berserker, but Berserkers are always Berserk. So, you may wonder, well, why level Berserker? Well, it has a couple of passives. It has a passive for equip axes. Also, it has one of the highest strengths, and I believe that mastering the jobs gives their stat boosts to Freelancer? I mean, it's not like you don't get the stat. Oh, this is red magic. So how red magic works is up to whatever level red magic you have, which I think red magic has 3 levels, you can cast both white and black magic. So Lena now has Cure, Protect, as well as Fire, Blizzard, Thunder, Sleep. So Lena is now my backup healer. And that's really why I wanted Red Mage. Red Mage is great. It also has Sword and Shield, I believe. So I think Lena's actually equipped with the Bronze Shield. Oh no, Frost Rod. Okay, it doesn't have Shield access. It's I think it may in other games it has like for where they have difference between Heavy Shield and Light Shield. They do Light Shields. Let's just go ahead and have Gallop cured. I think we're right outside of town, but I just want to be safe. That's actually not prep for anything in particular. That's just me healing out of... Because I forgot I was right literally one space away from the town. This is Karnak, town made prosperous by the fire crystal. You have fires around your town, sir. Thanks to the crystal, making weapons and armor is a cinch. That's why we not only have the best quality goods in Karnak, but the best prices too. That's a sales pitch. This person's hiding behind his sign. Monsters haven't tried to attack the town yet. Small favors, huh? Right? Monster crawled from that meteorite and made a beeline for the castle's crystal. Oh, really? Professor Sid's the guy who made the crystal amplification machines. He's genius. Oh, Sid's here, is he? Those crackpots from the Library of Ancients have been saying we should stop using the crystal. They've gotten so bothersome, the Queen built a wall to shut them out. Obviously, that means you can't get to the library anymore. That's actually kind of funny. Magic shop is closed. Huh, why? Oh, well. I guess I'll go in later. Nothing really to... You? Library of the Ancients south here. Professor Sid supposedly be from that area. Supposed to be from that area. And oh, I can't get in here. I actually wasn't expecting that. You ever hear a monster called Crew Dust? Once it's alone, it'll use flash on you. Look out. Oh, okay. Anyway, well, since like he's in my way. There we go. Opened up. Yay. Like we normally would, let's go to the weapon shop here. And let's buy a fire rod. Huh. That's weird. I can only buy one. Okay, well, I'll buy one. You there! Don't move! What? There they are! Huh? You're in league with the monsters. We saw you all crawl from the meteorite. Don't try to deny it. Well, that's a bummer. But the funny part is, I'm just gonna equip this flame rod we bought. Yeah, you get to buy one item from the weapon or armor shop. You do actually get to purchase that singular item, but it's the only item you get at that price. Reasons being, we're not gonna get them at that price anymore. We'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, you get one flame rod is the best option from my opinion, because it's the most useful at the moment. But we don't have much we can do. I mean, I can try to examine the door. Oh, no, never mind. You can try to examine the door, but it's locked. I might be able to do that now. Oh yeah, see, it doesn't even examine it, it's just there. Oh, horse feathers! I don't know, what was that voice? I don't even know what that voice was. I'm trying to do an old man voice, old engineer voice. My great escape! It's into another cell. It's the last of my explosives too. Nuts. I don't know if I can do that voice very long. Almost sounds like an angry dwarf. Oh, you kids think that's funny, do you? Doesn't matter. Name's Sid. What? The same Professor Sid that made those terrible machines to amplify the crystals? Forgive me, that was rude. No, you don't have to apologize. It's the truth, after all. I'm to blame for everything. One day, many years ago, I found a faded old tome in the Library of the Ancients. It said that thousands of years ago, the crystals held much more power than they do now.
So I studied the crystals at Tycoon, Walse, and Karnak, and built machines to enhance them. But I was wrong. Increasing their power output only caused them to shatter. Oh, it's all my fault.
But why are you locked up?
I was too late to save the crystals in Tycoon and Walse. I figured the least I could... blah. I figured I could at least save the one here in Karnak. But when I tried to switch off the machine, they threw me in here.
Sounds like we're on the same team, you and us.
You're here to protect the crystal?
Yep, we were asked to by this.
What? But that's a crystal shard. Who are you people?
That voice is really weird for Sid, but I'm going with it.
This is terrible. Terrible. Professor Sid. What's happened?
You were right all along. The crystal's cracked.
What?
I turned off the amplifier, but the crystal's power output has only increased.
The fire-powered ship.
Yes, what about it?
Most likely, the fire-powered ship is leeching power from the crystal.
Professor, please, we can't do this alone. You have to help us.
I need these folks to lend a hand.
What? They were seen coming out of the meteorite. They're in cahoots with that werewolf.
Well, if they can't help, I guess I can't either.
All right, Professor.
You're willing to help me, right? I'll go ahead to the fire-powered ship. It's not exactly a safe place to be. You get ready and meet me there. I'll be waiting.
So, with that, we now have free reign of the castle, kind of. I say kind of because there's a lot of fire here everywhere. We can't pass the fire for obvious reasons. We figured out how to use the power of the fire crystals to drive our engines. Okay. Fire-powered ship can sail even when there's no wind. That's good to know. Crystal chamber is deep beneath the castle. Yeah, okay. You can't get near the crystal now with all the flames blocking the way. Okay. There's a crack in the crystal and flames are shooting out of it. Well, it's the fire crystal. What'd you expect? We tried turning off the machine before the crystal cracked, but... well... there's really nothing here. I always like the fact that if you got right above it, you make him jump. But that's the reason he does that animation, is he can't jump when he's below it. Anyway. The problem was sprinting. Rumor has it the crystals in Tycoon and Walse. It's not a rumor. I'm carrying around their pieces. The crystal's cracked and there's a werewolf on the loose. Jeez, what's next? You really don't want to know the answer to that question. Captain, hang in there. Black Shadow. It... huh. That poor guy. Almost the shadow he's talking about. And we can't get past these doors. Or into those doors. Werewolf that came out of the meteorites trying to get the crystal. Karnak is prospered because of the crystal. Is this the end of our kingdom? Were we too reliant on the crystal? The queen's missing! Professor Sid is waiting at the fire-powered ship. Oh, where could the queen have gone at a time like this? I'm the king now. Thank you for getting under me so I can sit in the chair properly. Anyway. That was conveniently timed. No, I don't know way. Werewolf sides the crystal. There's no two ways about it. It's strange, but the werewolf hasn't tried to attack the town at all. Now we can't get past here because there's another flame here, so... the werewolf! So we kind of peek through the door to see what they're talking about. Don't let it in! We scared him off using some of Professor Sid's explosives. But he'll be back, you can count on it. Okay. Worry not, we won't allow any monster to take even one step within the castle walls. I wish that were true. Anyway, I didn't say nothing. So now if we go back to town. In fact, actually, let me talk to this guy down here. Of course, we don't need the crystal to make great weapons and armor, but now that we can't use it, prices have gone up. Yeah, so the weapons and armor here have increased in price. The flame rod that I got for 100 and something is now 750. It is insane how much that price increases. But we'll buy a mithril sword for our enchantress over there. We already have the flail, and we'll buy one thunder rod. And now there's actually 3 ways to beat Shiva. One way is the way that I'm going to try to do it in just a moment. I say in just a moment because we are going to finish that. We're going to go back and we have unfinished business with Shiva now. So, but first, we're going to come here to the magic shop. And now, we may not have enough money for everything, but I want Cura, and I want Raise. I may buy Confuse in a minute, but I want to make sure I have enough for Fyra, mainly. That's the biggest one, and then I'll get the rest of it. Sure, why not? This magic, I'm not using these mages right this moment, but it may not hurt to go ahead and buy them. And we'll go ahead and go back and get Confused. Good, we actually had enough money. I didn't have to do the money grinding. So there is a way to grind money here. It's easiest to do if you have the Flame Rod, and you get Fyra, because you're probably going to get those anyway. And then I'll show you what I usually do to get money to buy all my gear and everything. And just come right here to this forest. And you always encounter wild Nax. They always spawn here. And Fyra with the Flame Rod and Fyra. You do 500 damage to all of them, they all die. And that gets you 600 gil. Even if you can only cast that one time, for whatever reason, that gets you enough gil. You could even just go and instantly rest at the inn, and you would be fine. See, I'll show you. I'm actually going to rest at the inn for other reasons. Yeah, see, 20 gil. So one single group of 5 of those guys gives you enough money to rest at the inn like 10 times. So yeah, it's perfect for farming money, and I probably will do that between recordings, just so I can get some items like Phoenix Downs, for example, and restock on potions, for example. But that is for next time. This time, before we leave off, we are going to very quickly return to Shiva. Yes, we have unfinished business. It's down here, right? Yeah, I had to remember where it is. And Preemptive Strike. You know what? Let's just go all out. And then auto battle. Should auto battle our way there. Alright. Through the teleporter. Well, warp teleporter. Not even sure if they knew it was going to be a teleporter, but it's a teleporter. Alright. So, we're back to the Walse Castle. Back downstairs, out the door. Oh, you know, I could... Well, I'm gonna master White Mage before I worry about it. I will not, maybe not master White Mage entirely, but at least get White Magic plus level 6. Galoff, we do have Galoff's second job, but unlike the Black Magic level 6, it's... Or unlike the red magic that I'm using, it's not as vital that Galoff changes immediately. Red Mage has a very, very powerful technique that it learns, unlike the others, which are just stat buffs, as their final ability. And that very, very powerful technique is super expensive, and I don't want to have to grind quite as much for it. So I want to go ahead and start using Red Mage immediately. We'll get to that when we get there. Right, I have to go this way. And of course, there's another battle. Fortunately, I have an ether. So you see how powerful Fyra is. Now there are, of course, again, 2 ways to do this from that I have now. There is still another way, but we'll get to that whenever that becomes a thing. Go ahead and sort this, actually, so we get our inventory looking good. And we're going to potion. Oh, wait, you actually need a potion. Okay, you're good. Ether. And you're full. Okay. Quick save. And now let's do this for real. So, second verse, or third verse technically, same as the first, but with more success. So Bartz is going to attack whoever. Oh, he's the only one in the front row. Okay, so yeah, that they actually did change that. Okay, that's good to know. So, he's going to attack whoever, but Fyra's going to hit everyone. And it almost one-shots the soldiers. So yeah, we don't really have to worry too much anymore. And just to make things even better, well, because we learned Fyra, Lazara, and Thundra, we now have those, and Poison. That'll be helpful. But right now, we're going to do Fyra. So, yeah, this battle just became a lot easier. Not super easy, because I do have everybody in the back row together. Now, see, before, in the original versions of the game, Bartz would have been dead because of the him being by himself in that row. But they have patched that out in the Pixel Remaster. I guess they figured that out that was too strong. But it's really not. I mean, it's just, I feel that it's fair if it did its full damage single target on him because he's by himself. But yeah, single target Fyra does almost 1,000 damage. Oh my god, that is powerful. And we get a Frost Rod. And we receive the summon monster Shiva. Now, that's kind of how most of your summons go. You can buy a few of them, but most of them are I don't know why I went to you, but most of them are earned. Now, of course, I don't have anybody set to summoner right now, so I can't even look at that, but yeah. And that is going to do it. That is the last thing I wanted to do for this episode, so we're going to jump out of the tower again, run around to get out of here. And alright. So we're just going to make our way back real quick so that I'm actually closer, don't have to do that. Plus, I want to point out that I probably will, regardless of any other notations, I want to show Wyvern, because it, like I said before, it is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. And I may even show a couple of the other monsters there if there's any interesting ones while I'm trying to find Wyvern. But yeah, I do want to at least show that that little faux pas on their what's it called? What would you translation? That's the word I was looking for. Don't know why it wasn't coming to my head. But I'll go ahead and do my outro here. This is we're preparing to enter the fire-powered ship. Hello, back attack. Oh yeah, Ferris is still in the back row. Scram. Bye. I actually forgot to, oh wow. You know what? I just realized, yeah, Ferris is still in the back. Ferris, get back up here. There we go. Okay. Um, but yeah, we're getting ready to go into the fire-powered ship and try to stop its engines so it stops pulling from the crystal. Yes, thank you for auto-scramming. And then they said the queen's missing, so I guess we gotta find her too. Before that, I'm gonna do a little bit of off-screen grinding for money more than anything. I am gonna get a little bit of EXP from that, because they do give EXP, but they give a lot more money, so... Until then, we hope to see you again. Later. Oh, perfect. There we are. Oh, that's the first battle. So this is Wyvern and Paddle Through. Oh, his name is Paddle Through. Okay. You might notice my team is very similar to how my team is in the original, or in my Pixel Remaster playthrough. Also, this music's way louder. Wow. But yeah, so you may notice my team is very similar. But yeah, Wyvern and Paddle Through instead of Pasta de Sol and Wyvern. That is... I forgot about Paddle Through being so weird. This could not be a more perfect fight for me to come onto. This is the first battle in the tower. I literally just got here. Giant Fin. Ow. Oh, that's right. It poisons, too. I forgot about that. You might notice that Ferris is Blue Mage. I'll show more about Blue Mage later on in the real game. But right now, I don't have a way of learning any Blue Magic. And, again, I'll get to that later. But, yep. So, yeah, Wyvern. There it is. Alright, so we're just gonna try this to see if I can get this strategy to work on the PlayStation version while I'm here thinking about it. So this is the gorilla fight. You can, of course, Blue Mage has check. Okay, it has 10,000 check, okay. And we'll use store. Store is a very good thing for this fight if you have a monk. I just had Chakra equipped because Chakra is probably better overall. And yeah, I probably should have cast a Protect. Oh well. I have the Elf Cloak either. It's a lot harder to get a hold of it. Oh, is it already countering? That was a counter hit. Okay, let's see if we can miss for it. And I missed. Okay, well, I'm gonna start having you defend, start having you store again, so... Let's cure everybody. There we go. And paralyze. Okay. So now Gorilla can't counter my attacks. So now I'm going to unload everything I have best I can. Yep, there we go. So yeah, that's the strategy I was trying to do, where you just freeze it solid and then take it down. Oh, and Barch just learned Chakra in this version. Good to know.